First day of practice, everybody's out there before daylight. Everyone's taking this tournament serious.
Anytime you can fish against this caliber fisherman and to walk away knowing that you're the Top Gun champion, it'd be super.
This would be a great one to win because you know the best guys are here. It's not like you just bought your way into it. You're going to have to win it.
To win this tournament with the culmination of the two tours coming together would be pretty exciting.
It's an honor to be here, to have Cabela's and everybody that's come together to put this on. Bass fan, this is probably better than the Classic.
To me, there's a lot of great tournaments out there and a lot of good circuits, but this is truly going to be, you know, the world's #1 angler. And so for me, that's pretty prestigious, you know, and no doubt in my mind I want to win.
The Cabela's Top Gun Championship brings the best fishermen in the world to one body of water. It doesn't matter which of the major tours they fish, the Bassmaster Tour or FLW Tour, and there's only one way to qualify, by being one of the top 25 anglers in the world according to the State Farm Bass Fan World Rankings. No favoritism, no politics, and no sponsor exemptions, only performance. The best bass fishermen in the world, and when it's all over, there'll only be one Top Gun. The 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship is brought to you by Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter, Skeeter Performance Fishing Boats, State Farm Insurance, and by Bass Fan. The 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship is coming to you from Eagle Mountain Lake. At 9,200 acres, Eagle Mountain is a smaller impoundment on the West Fork of the Trinity River, just north of Fort Worth, Texas. The lake has largemouth, smallmouth, and spotted bass.
Eagle Mountain is a beautiful little lake. The water level is about 3 foot low, somewhere in that neighborhood, and it looks like if there were a couple more feet of water, there'd be a tremendous amount of cover to fish. The boat docks here are mostly all on wood pilings, very few floating docks except in the larger marinas. Watercolor from the lower end goes to fairly clear to mostly clear, to the mid to upper lake goes to stained to very, very dirty.
You know, it sets up for my style. You know, I think there's two ways to go about it. You can finesse fish with a spinning rod, or, you know, you can go flip braid if you want to. But, you know, in my opinion, the primary pattern's probably going to be, you know, around the docks.
Boat docks are going to dominate the lake.
Dock fishing,
Boat docks,
a lot of docks. There's a lot of docks, there's a lot of piers. And
whenever I fish 5 foot of water or less, I consider it fishing on the dirt. That's how I'm fishing this event, on the dirt.
The Cabela's Top Gun Championship brings together the top 25 pro bass fishermen in the world. Anglers from both the Bassmaster and FLW tours qualify through the State Farm Bass Fan World Rankings, the official world rankings of professional bass fishing. Top Gun is new to the sport of bass fishing. Strict qualifying, no sponsor restrictions and requirements. Anglers get paid to appear rather than paying an entry fee. And they get to fish out of their own boats every day, which doesn't happen on the tours.
Bass Fan has put together a great set of rules. I like the fact that we're fishing 3 days for combined weight. Gives you a chance to come back, make a move. You know, not to be. You don't have to be strong every single day to win. You know, you can make a comeback. I like that. I like the smaller field, 25 guys. It gives us a chance over the years, you know, as if Top Gun continues, which I believe it will, to fish different lakes.
We start off our day one coverage with Pennsylvania FLW Tour Pro Dave Lefebvre in the Keebler boat. He's already got one keeper in the live.
That's a good one. Oh, please don't get off. Yeah. Coming in. All right. Whoa, get in there. It's number 3. Nice one.
From Dave Lefebvre, we'll move over to two-tour pro Brent Chapman from Kansas. Brent is working a topwater shallow near, you guessed it, boat docks.
Oh, there we go. There's a topwater fish. Might come back here. Stay on there. All right. Looky there.
Now we'll check out Dean Rojas. Dean is fishing what has become his trademark frog bait, one he designed. And after day 1, he's in contention with almost 12 pounds. That puts him in 4th. In 3rd place after day 1 is 2004 Bassmaster Classic champ Takahiro Omori, who used a shallow crankbait to catch a limit weighing just over 12 pounds. And with over 13 pounds, #1 ranked Greg Hackney sits in 2nd place, in good position to make a run at the Top Gun title. They're all chasing Japan's Toshinari Namiki in his lucky fishing hat. His limit of 14.42 pounds leads the field after day 1 of the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship. With 2 days still to fish, this is anybody's game. Remember, this is a 3-day cumulative weight event. Anglers who struggled on day 1 still have a chance to land a big sack and move up on the leaderboard. Their goal, becoming the Top Gun champion. When we come back, more Top Gun coverage. Welcome back to the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship from Eagle Mountain Lake in Texas. Our first stop on a very windy day 2 is with Bassmaster Tour Pro Gerald G-Man Swindle.
I like force feeding them, bro. Just giving it to them. I'm fixing to go through the bars, through the pier, out the other side, around the crosswalk, and down she comes. That ought to fire one up right there just because he thinks I can't get him out of there. You're going to crank it down for one of them docks here in a minute, and it's the only thing you're going to feel is drag stripping. You're never even going to feel the strike.
I'm fresh off Pittsburgh, 3rd in the Classic, left there pretty bitter. You know, and I'm not saying I'm dissatisfied with 3rd, I'm just saying I didn't like it. You know, I'm there to win, and that's the only thing I'm there for. Feel like Gerald Swindle as an angler is probably more motivated right now than he's ever been in his life to win.
I believe. There he is, a big one too, son. I mean a big one. I mean a big one. It's a big one. I believe. Sometimes you got to throw the jig around the pier to catch the bass. My hook, dude. Yes, yes. I can nearly eat your heart out.
From Gerald, we'll move to Greg Hackney, the 2005 FLW Angler of the Year and the #1 ranked angler in the world. He started the day in 2nd place and has his sights set on a win here. Greg is also looking to solidify his #1 ranking here at Top Gun.
You know, I'm excited about being here. You know, just to be in this position is, regardless of how I do, you know, it's an honor by itself, but I would really like to put it on them, you know.
He's cleaned up on both tours in the past few years and has put himself in the top spot of the State Farm Bass Fan World Rankings.
It's a pretty tough place. Everybody's shooting for you. You know, when you get on the top, the only place to go is down. You can't get any higher. You know, you can run just as long as you can, but I'm really excited about it. You know, it's an honor, you know, to be in this position. Now, you know, I don't know if I truly deserve to be the #1 angler in the world, but, you know, for now, I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Although he struggled on day 2, his total tournament weight solidified what everyone knew, that Greg Hackney is the #1 ranked angler in the world.
Let's do the trophy presentation. Somebody bring me the hardware. Scott Laney from Bass Fan, you hang on. Greg Hackney.
Greg, on behalf of Bass Fan and State Farm, I'd like to present you with the 2005 #1 ranked angler in the world.
Oh my! Dude, this is huge.
Yeah, but it's been a struggle for me these last couple tournaments. I was kind of worried about my lead.
When you zeroed on day 2, Skeet lit up.
No, look at his hair. That's funny. I don't care who you are.
Getting back to the remainder of day 2, red-hot George Cochran, who won the 2005 FLW Championship, moved up from 6th to 4th place with a 2-day weight of 21.68 pounds. Japan's Toshinari Namiki, the day 1 leader, stuck with his dock pattern. Even though he didn't catch a limit and fell to 3rd place, he's still right behind the leaders with just under 22 pounds.
Okay.
With only 2 pounds separating him from the top, Toshinari is in a great position going into the third and final day. Two-tour pro Dean Rojas stuck with his frog presentation, and it paid off big time. He made a move up the standings to finish the day in second with a total weight of 23.74 pounds. Brent Chapman also moved up from 5th place to take the lead with 23.87 pounds. He's catching 5 good bass a day, and without a tour level win to his credit, he's no doubt on pins and needles about tomorrow, the final day of the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship.
Yeah! Look at that! That's how you win $100,000 right there.
Man! With Kansas 2 Tour Pro Brent Chapman on top, let's take a look at our top 10 leaderboard after day 2. Dean Rojas is in close second, followed by Toshinari Namiki, George Cochran, and Edwin Evers. Stay tuned for more of the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship. Coming up, we'll also take a look at the Skeeter Bass Fan Army Weekend Warrior Championship. It happened the same week on the same lake as Top Gun, and it's coming up next. The Skeeter Bass Fan Army Weekend Warrior Championship was held only a few days before the Cabela's Top Gun Championship. The same lake, the same docks, but this time fishermen were weekend anglers, not tour pros. Like Top Gun, the Weekend Warrior Championship qualified only the best anglers from regional trails across the country. 37 of the most die-hard competitors battling to be crowned the inaugural Weekend Warrior Champion. In doing so, they gave the Top Gun pros some valuable insight on how Eagle Mountain was fishing. Let's take a look at the format of this event. No entry fee, no cut, no sponsor requirements, and anglers will be fishing for over $100,000 in cash and prizes over 2 full days of competition. Let's pick up the action with Cajun Pete Peterson of Olathe, Kansas, who qualified from the Central Pro-Am Trail.
If that don't get you amped, nothing will.
Like almost all of his competitors, Cajun was keying in on many of the boat docks that dot the shoreline here at Eagle Mountain Lake. He no doubt feels right at home since many of the lakes that the Central Pro-Am fishes also have lots of docks. That fish is his 5th keeper of the day, so Tajin's moving off his primary stretch to save it for the second and final day of competition. We'll move as well and check in with Alabama's Norman Ligon, who qualified from the ABA Trail. He's catching a few fish, but he's got more than just fish swimming in his area.
You know you're gonna be on TV? See that camera up there? There one. That's a good one. That right there hurts, boy. That sure enough hurts.
Norman ended up leading day 1 with 10.73 pounds. Now we'll move over to South Dakota's Jamie Freilich, who qualified for this event and the Bassmaster Classic via the Federation.
You know, bringing this many people, you know, there's 37 of us here from all over the United States. It's pretty neat. They've done a good job of putting it on, and I'm impressed. I hadn't heard nothing about it until after I was already down in Florida fishing. And they told us about it then, and anytime you can get to fish a no entry fee championship type tournament, I don't see how people could pass it up.
With qualifiers from numerous states and a variety of tournament trails, this is the only true national championship for weekend anglers. For more information on the event and how you can qualify, go to www.bassfanarmy.com. Day 2 was cloudy, not the best for fishing boat docks. And with day 1 leader Norman Ligon struggling, we pick up the action with Cajun Pete Peterson, who started the day in second.
Oh, it would be incredible. It'd be a dream come true. Something I've dreamed about since I was a kid. winning a big tournament. I'm gonna do pretty much what I did yesterday, and just keep an open mind, adjust if I need to. I'm just gonna hit these same docks, these key docks that I located in practice, and just go pound them. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Right on.
Yes. That fish will certainly help, but it's been a tough day for Tajin as he heads to the scales with just 3 fish. That leaves the door open for someone to come out of nowhere to win on the final day. And that's exactly what happened. Indiana's Marty Sisk started the day in 18th place, but it was his 24th birthday, and he celebrated by whomping the fish. His 13-pound limit was the biggest of the tournament, and he beat Peterson by 7/10 of a pound. Sisk, who qualified from the Hoosier Open Trail, won $20,000 by keying on shallow wood cover, not docks. That left the Top Gun pros who watched the Weekend Warrior weigh-in scratching their heads. Could Top Gun be won on something other than docks? When we come back, get ready for the intense final day action of the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship. Welcome back to the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship from Eagle Mountain Lake in Texas. It's the final day of a 3-day event. Only 8 hours remain before we crown the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Champion. 25 of the world's best anglers are on the water, and 24 of them are gunning for the current leader, Brent Chapman. With the size of the bass at Eagle Mountain, it looks like any of the top 6 or 7 anglers have a shot at winning. Remember that earlier in the week, Skeeter Weekend Warrior champ Marty Sisk came from 18th place to win with a huge 13-pound sack.
I would have to think, with the fish I've got now that, I should definitely be in the hunt to win this thing. It's going to come down to who goes out and who's the most consistent and catches, 1 or 2 good quality fish. So if I can do that again tomorrow, I've definitely got a shot.
Brent is already doing it again before the sun is even up.
Oh, good one. Stay on there. Yeah, look at that. Right off the bat. Look at that right there. Look at that chunk. First pitch of the day. Now that's how you get your momentum started. Eagle Mountain Lake is an awesome lake. I love it. I just saw it for the first time 2 days ago, but as soon as I put my boat in the water, I'm like, this is my kind of lake. It's got dirty water, a lot of shallow docks. It's going to play right into my hands. It's hot. It's middle of August. Fishing's not going to be as easy as May or June, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and there's going to be some good fish caught. There he is. He'd be close. Don't think he's gonna make it though. Nope. Well, a long one he might. Like I was saying, we just had to put it in front of the right one. I think he's gonna make it. Number 2, guys. All right.
Next up is Toshi Namiki from Japan, currently in 3rd. Toshi continues to work his dock pattern, flipping around pilings and brush piles. He led the event after day 1 and already has 2 True Tungsten Big Bass Awards to his credit, so he's still a major threat to win.
No. Hopefully keep skinny. Might be long. Maybe. Yeah. This one keep skinny. But okay right now. Yeah, I think good lake. There is many bass, many large number of bass, and little bit hard to catch quality fish this time of the year and on this water level. But we can catch many number of fish.
Toshi's right, but he is on the big ones in this tournament.
This is a pretty good keeper. Yeah.
Dean Rojas is holding on to second place after day 2. Dean is heroing or zeroing with the frog. He loves that lure, and he's proven this season the frog is not only effective, it catches big bass.
Got him. Big fish. Yes, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Golly, yes.
I feel very comfortable out here. I'm 2 hours from my house, and I feel like I'm fishing right in my backyard. And I'm just anxious and excited to get fishing. I had a great practice, and you know, I'm just going to go throw my best shot out there and see what happens.
Yes, all right. See right where I cast right there? Is it yesterday? Same exact spot. I threw a frog in there and it just, and he missed it. I got him.
With 2 good fish in a live well early, Dean is still in strong contention to make a run for the Top Gun trophy. Now let's switch over to Bassmaster Tour Pro Edwin Evers, who is in 5th coming into today. He's focusing on brush piles and laydowns in shallow creeks. That's why he's running that little aluminum boat. With most of the field concentrating on the dock pattern, Edwin fished away from the crowds on day 1 and 2. Though he is a good dock fisherman, Edwin chose to fish his strengths in this event, and it kept him in the top 10 for the first 2 days.
Hi, I'm Edwin Evers, and by the way, I'm from Mansville, Oklahoma, and I do believe the Sooners have won the last few years at the Texas OU shootout.
Those are fighting words here in Texas, and Edwin's carrying his fight to the fish.
Stay on there, fish. Let's get it down that damn wire. I don't think it's a very big one, maybe. Oh, yes. Stay on there. Stay on there. Yes. Be in my line. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Come here. You're mine. You're not going nowhere. Ooh, son. Yes, sir. That one helps.
Right. Who will win this tournament? Stay tuned. We'll be right back for more coverage of the final day of the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship. Welcome back to the 3rd and final day of the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship. Literally any one of the top 5 or 6 fishermen could win. And right now, each of the top 5 already have 2 fish in a live well. With 6 hours of fishing remaining in the competition, Brent Chapman is still holding a slim lead over Dean Rojas in 2nd place.
There he is. Ah, he's little.
Right now, Dean is looking for fish number 3. He's sticking with that frog, and even though he hasn't won with it yet, he's confident he will. That fish won't make the 14-inch minimum length limit, but Dean isn't worried. He feels his frog will produce the bites he needs to win.
it's just it's a different approach, it's a different technique. You know, and the fish don't see this bait too often, you know, and whenever you put yourself in that position, you're throwing something that, you know, the competitors aren't, you know, you're giving yourself a good shot at winning or doing very well, finishing high, and not to mention catching big bass, you know, which I've done quite a few times with this thing.
Frog fishing, which is huge in the West, has exploded in popularity this year due partly to Dean's success. Next up, George Cochran. He's coming off a great season with the win at the Forrest L. Wood Championship and a 4th place finish at the Bassmaster Classic. He's again in 4th place and has something a little different going on, keying on stumps and laydowns with shallow running crankbaits.
Come on around. Come on around. Easy, easy. Oh, yes, sir. That's what I need, 5 of these.
The last 3 tournaments, I've been in the top 10, won 1, 4th and 1, and 7th, and seems like I'm on a roll. But basically what I'm saying is, it's really the lakes that I've been fishing. I've been fishing the kind of stuff I like to fish. I hadn't changed any of my style, but it just seems like everywhere I've been lately, the way I like to fish shallow, I've been catching fish.
So what you're trying to do, you're trying to bring the bait in front of them enough to where he says, here's my next little lunch. Hang on there, little fella. Made number 3.
Japanese champion Toshinari Namiki is in 3rd. He continues to boat fish, and here he works his 3rd keeper into the boat.
All right. Okay.
That's a good fish and should be enough to unofficially move him into 2nd place.
Nice. 3.5.
Now we move to Missouri Bassmaster Tour pro Brian the Snowman Snowden. Brian quietly climbed into the top 10 on day 2 and is now in 7th, but only has 1 fish in his live well. Like most of the field, Brian is keying on boat docks, and boy, it looks like he's got one tangled up here.
Hey, that'll work. Well, I didn't think I was gonna get in there. That is a long fish. It's just been a nice lake to fish on. It's pretty small, about 9,000 acres, and that's kind of nice because once you get a pattern, you can move from one area to the other, and really seems to make finding the fish much simpler. Just need to catch 2 more. Caught lots of small fish today, more than I did yesterday. Just haven't caught the size. Basically, I started out fishing shallow wood and throwing a popper, and now I've came down here to switch to try and catch a couple big ones off of these suspended under these docks. Had a hold of a good one yesterday in here, and he got off.
That's Brian's 3rd keeper, but that's all he could manage, and he ended up in 8th place overall. Alabama's Matt Herron had a great tournament catching limits all 3 days. However, he never got enough big bites needed to win the event and finished in 5th place overall. When we come back, it's the final action of the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship. Don't miss it. Welcome back to the final day of competition at the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship on Eagle Mountain Lake in Texas. We resume our coverage with Oklahoma's Edwin Evers, who came into this tournament ranked 6th in the world.
I want to win this tournament bad. It's a cool event. Anytime you have a small field, it makes it real elite. You know, there's only 25 people here, so that's something I want pretty bad.
Well, I got a little Bass Pro finesse jig on, a little bitty 5/16. I picked this up just because the water's so clear back here. 12-pound line. Just trying to catch one, basically. I just finesse fishing a little bit.
Edwin fished a great tournament the first 2 days. His day 3 started out hot too, as he quickly put 3 good keepers into the boat. But after that, his day went south. He lost some key fish that could have put him into contention.
Hang on there, fish. God!
Like a true professional, Edwin was able to put that behind him. Going back to work just minutes later, he was able to hook into fish number 4, if it keeps.
Stay on there, fish, stay on there.
Setting 3 pounds behind the leader, Brent Chapman, Edwin only has 2 hours left to hook a couple of big fish and call this one if he has any Top Gun title hopes. At the end of the day, Edwin finished 1 fish short of a 5-fish limit and finished in 6th place overall. Moving on, we pick up with 2-tour pro George Cochran.
God, look at the swirl. Son of a... God, did you see that? That was a sure enough grown one. He knocked a foot of slack in the line. I can't... There he is. Another one. I lost another one right there. That one will work though. Yeah. Now we're cooking.
Dean Rojas is still in the hunt, although action for Dean has slowed considerably since this morning.
You know, they may not be here right now or in the mood to feed right now. But, you know, I'll come back, 2 or 3 times and I'll get them one of these times.
That fish won't help Dean, but he did manage 1 more keeper for the day. Unable to hold on to 2nd place, Dean fell to 4th place overall.
You know, I came here to win. I didn't come here to finish in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 24th for that matter. And that frog can catch the big ones. And you know, I threw my best shot out there today, and I hung in there for the first 2 days, and it kind of caught up with me today, but I don't have any regrets on what I did this week because I went for it.
Now we'll move back to George Cochran, sitting, literally, in 3rd place. He needs a couple of more good bites to remain in contention for the championship. George's shallow water cranking pattern has paid off this week.
Maybe that's number 5. Maybe. God dang. He's a little one now. Yes. But let me put that.
With time running out on day 3, George puts keeper number 5 into the live well.
I really had a good day. I caught 5 keepers. I lost 4 keepers. And that could be the difference in winning and losing right there.
George fished a strong event, and his 3rd place finish here makes 3 top 4 finishes in 3 consecutive championships this year. Now we're down to our final 2 anglers, Day 2 leader Brent Chapman and Day 1 leader Toshinari Namiki. Both anglers are doing what everyone said you'd have to do to win, fish boat docks, and both have 3 in the live well. Toshi draws first blood with his secret jig.
Yep. Okay, I got 4. Thank you very much. Is this your dog? Thank you for building nice dog for me. But I think today is a good fishing condition because the wind not blow hard today, you know. Last 2 days was blow hard. And first day, my spot was still biting on windy side. But yesterday, many spots mud up, then it was tough. But today, you know, wind stop, then I can fish all over where I wanted to fish. That's good. But maybe good condition for everybody, then I need to catch much more.
Brent has gone to his confidence bait, a Terminator jig.
There he is. Yeah. Why would I put this jig down? Not a giant, but I think he's gonna make it.
Brent wets his bump board so he doesn't take the protective slime off the fish.
Oh.
That's fish number 4 for Brent, who's looking for his first ever tour level victory.
One more.
But Toshi has quietly stayed in contention throughout the entire event, and he's not going to let this one slip away.
It's gonna be close. Maybe no keeper. Yeah, keeper. All right, I got 5.
Fish number 5 gives Toshi the day 3 advantage. With the day drawing to a close, Brent Chapman needs 1 good fish.
There he is. Oh. Yeah. Look at that. Told you there should have been one there. Woo. They're going to have to catch them good to catch me. That might have been a $100,000 fish right there.
With only ounces separating them, Brent Chapman and Toshinari Namiki call it a day and head back to the marina. When we return, we'll head to Cabela's retail store in Fort Worth, Texas for our final weigh-in, where we'll crown the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Champion. Welcome back to the final minutes of the 2005 Cabela's Top Gun Championship. It has all come down to this: 2 anglers, Brent Chapman from Shawnee, Kansas, and Japan's Toshinari Namiki. Brent fished a flawless event using a combination of topwater plugs and his trusty blue Terminator jig. He was consistent on all 3 days with 3 good 5-fish limits. Toshi also had a solid performance with 2 True Tungsten Big Bass Awards. After finishing second to Greg Hackney in the FLW Angler of the Year race, Toshi is looking for a little redemption. But he only weighed 2 fish on day 2. Would that come back to haunt him? Now we'll toss it over to MC Fish Fishburne on stage.
He needs 10 pounds. Weight today, 12.31. Toshinari Namiki takes the lead late in the game. My God.
We're looking at $100,000 and the Top Gun champion with Cabela's this year. And it boils down to Brent Chapman and Toshinari Namiki, all the way from Japan. And the weight, man, this thing is close now. This is close. You feeling all right?
No, not so good.
Yeah. Weight for Brent Chapman. 11.09. Chapman is your champion with a Top Gun event. Jeff Stone from Skeeter Boats bringing the Top Gun champion purse. Show me, Brent Chapman, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just as excited as I could be. I mean, this is what I work all year long to do is win. I finally got a pro tour level win. I'm just tickled to death. I mean, this is just awesome.
Jeff Lang from Cabela's, the big sponsor this week with a little prize. What you got?
We got a little bit of money. Brent, on behalf of Cabela's and Skeeter Boats, congratulations, $100,000.
Thank you very much. This is awesome. Hold it up. Brent Chapman, go to the front, baby. Give it up, Brent Chapman.
Brent Chapman will go into the history books as the first ever Cabela's Top Gun champion. Here's the final top 10 leaderboard. Financial services for Top Gun and Weekend Warrior provided by the world's greatest bank, Umpqua Bank.